What is failure to Akhona?
Failure gives you an identity. When you are coming from a blended family and you discover things later, basically we are not sharing the same father, then you have this identity that you have. And then this identity now is no longer you, you have another identity. That is the biggest failure of my life.
How did that feel to you if you think back to that time?
I was misplaced.
How do you find confidence to respond?
Choose when to respond. I find a moment to teach. I believe that my tongue has a power.
Do you ever run into a pitch refereeing teams that are almost in a way so up? I cannot believe Akhona is refereeing this game.
Germany and South Korea at the Under-20 World Cup in Costa Rica. This is the moment that I've always been praying for. It was also a moment where you feel like this is not a gift. You've worked for it. When the association and the league sees your efforts, when you are being given an opportunity, you must be ready.
I have to sing your name and say, Akhona! You are here.
I am finally here.
I mean, we've worked and worked on finding a date that works. It's such a gift to have you here, sis.
But I think I must also say thank you for your patience.
Yeah.
Because I know how hectic it has been. And also I've been looking forward to be here.
Yeah, I respect you so much. I've been dying for today. So let's go. What is failure to Akhona?
What a beautiful question. I would say that failure gives you an identity, right? And I know that people think that failure is something that has everything with negativity. But to me, it sort of gives you an understanding of yourself, an understanding of what you are capable of doing.
Yeah.
And it sort of gives you an understanding of what you can achieve and what you can polish. So failure for me is identity, because you get to find yourself in those moments of failure.
Love that. Love that. Growing up, let's think about you in your 20s, early 30s. Has failure always been that, or has your definition of failure changed as you've grown?
As I am growing, obviously in my early 20s, I've failed, okay? And even as a teenager, I've failed because of poor positioning. You fail as a teenager, and as you grow, as you transition, you fail, and that gives you identity. If I give you a bit of a background, when I was in primary, I used to be very sharp in athletics.
Okay.
I used to be very sharp academically. And I'll always be in the top 5, your top 3. Okay? And then when I go to high school, family sees that Akhona is sharp in primary. They want me to do maths and physics. Now I'm being positioned in a position where I'm not supposed to be at. Simple because they know that I was good at school. But I've always known that I am for sports. So I failed my grade, my standard 8.
Oh, really?
Right? And that gave me an identity. Again, that Akhona is a failure. People told me that. Akhona was a failure, right? But I never took that as a failure because I was not well positioned. They sent me to maths and physics. That was not my thing. I've always been a creative. I've always been into sports. As I grow now, I do standard 9, I do standard 10. And in the midst of that, you get to know a lot of things that you did not know when you were young. And again, I failed my grade 12 because I did not finish writing exams. Why I did not finish? Because I got depressed, because I had an identity that I had not dealt with.
Sure.
And failing standard 8 and failing standard 9, other people might see it as she's stupid, she's dumb, she's not good enough, right? But it gave me an identity because I understood who I was and who I am supposed to be and what I've always wanted. So the minute that was shifted, it really gave me a sense of, who are you? What do you want? What centers you? What anchors you? So from that minute, every time when I fail, I know that I need to remember who I am. Hence I'm saying, failure to me, it gives me an identity.
Yeah, so let's talk about your career and I mean, your success just blows my mind in the world of sports and specifically in the world of football.
Yep.
Describe a little bit about what you do and how you got there.
Okay, let's start at how I got there.
Yes.
Started playing football for good 11 years of my life. And because we from the Eastern Cape, everybody knows even now we struggle to get competitive leagues to play. And when you play football, you always want to play for the national team or you want to play for bigger clubs. Then it means that you need to go to bigger cities for you to get that competition. And unfortunately, my family was not really about, you will make a career in sports. We want you to go to school, study, have a graduate, go to sit in the office, be this, maybe be a doctor, maybe be a scientist, maybe work in the office, but not sports because it will not take you anywhere. But when I finished college, as I was participating in sport, as I finished college, I could not get the competition that I was getting in school in football. Then I decided, okay, after graduating human resources, I've done human resources. I have
Is that
a
what
diploma,
you studied? Yeah.
100%. I have a diploma in human resources. Then I'm home now doing my experiential learning and there is no competition. I'm not playing anymore. Then luckily, at that time, SAFA, they were looking at developing women referees. And at the time, I decided that I'm leaving football. I'm not going to play anymore because I'm old. I'm not going to play for Banyana. And also, I am not going to go for bigger cities because parents do not believe in that. You're going to Joburg and do what?
What age were you at this point?
I'm around 22, 23, right? And I took that opportunity as being a referee and I ran with it. And I used the same discipline as a player and here I am and still enjoying it. Yeah.
And your level of accreditation?
So now I am at the FIFA level.
Which means what to people who are not familiar with soccer?
So in refereeing, especially in South Africa, you start at the lowest level as the local football association. That is the base you can start. You start from level 1 and up to level 7.
Okay.
And the competitions, you start in the lower division, which is the LFA, up to the PSL. When you get to the PSL, you referee in the country, and then you get to be an international referee. That is now you are recognized by CAF and FIFA. So CAF and FIFA, it means you can referee anywhere in the world. Yes.
So what is the conversation at home when you get to this level of refereeing standard?
So when I get home, usually let me just put it like this. At home, I'm coming from a rugby community. So being a referee in football, my sisters, they don't know anything about sports. But when I get to the village, everybody wants to really understand about how do I do this? How do I work? What are the challenges that I meet? And I don't like to be a center of attention when I get home, but I want to be relatable. I want to be a sister. I want to be a friend, an aunt. Don't make it about me. But if you want to learn something, if you want to take this, if you want to take refereeing, or if I get an opportunity to inspire people to get to where they want, then let's do that. But don't make me a celebrity. I want to be a village girl when I go home. Don't make me somebody that you want to be celebrated, unrealistic and everything. When I get home, I want to be relatable. So I talk mainly about, I see that, I appreciate this. Why don't you do it? If you work hard, you can get it. I remember last December when I did the Ngamako Pacers on the 26th, so I park next to the stadium, facing the stadium. We watch the games, and then when I finish, it was about to start raining, so I ran into the car. So I put the things in the boot. When I closed the boot, the kids were like, "Yeah, this is my dream car," and I took a moment and I called them and I told them that, when you work hard, you can get this car, but when you are old, the cars will be better. So work a little bit. You will get even a way better car than this one if you work hard. So for me, these are the moments that I want to do when I get home. These are the conversations that I want to have when I get to the village, when I get to my people. I don't want them to to see Akhona that they cannot have a conversation with, Akhona that they cannot relate with. I want to be as relatable as possible.
Got
yeah,
that.
about every conversation that we have.
Yeah. So let's talk about a failure that happened, and now when you look back at that failure, you think, "Yo, God, you helped me." Because I remember even me growing up, someone in church saying, "Be grateful for the prayers God has never answered." Is there a failure in your life that turned out to be a blessing in disguise retrospectively?
100%.
Tell us
I
about
would say probably in my career. When we put aside the personal side of things, where with that we are coming from families that are blended, right? When you are coming from a blended family and you discover things later that basically we are not sharing the same father, then you have this identity that you have. And then this identity now is no longer you. You have another identity. That is the biggest failure of my life that I had, because once I knew that me and my sisters, we are not sharing the same father, it gave me a sense of, now it makes sense why people keep asking me that, why you don't look like this one, why you don't look like this one. So it sort of gives you a little bit of a delay. You failed. I said I failed grade 12 because I had lost the identity that I thought I had.
Sure.
You understand?
Sure, yeah.
And I'm so happy that I went through that, even though it was so difficult, even though, because I felt that I don't look like others. I don't speak like that, like others. I'm not shaped like them. And when people keep asking you that, you start believing in it. And when you start believing in it, there are a lot of things that you sort of miss out, and you focus on, you lose focus of, you lose focus. You lose a lot of things, because you are fixed. Your focus is fixated on the idea that I don't look like everyone, right? And this is why I failed my grade 12. But I'm happy that I went through that, because imagine if I had to go through that now, I would have crashed. So I'm very grateful that I was told earlier. Even though it crashed me, it made me a failure. It delayed me from my friends. It delayed me from my peers. It delayed everything, but it was not a denial. So I'm grateful for that.
How did you feel? If you take us to the Akhona, how old were you when you learned the truth about your dad's being different?
I was 11.
You were 11.
I was 11.
How did that feel to you, if you think back to that time?
Yeah, I was misplaced. Let me put it like that. I felt misplaced. I had a lot of questions that obviously I was not going to ask my parents. I was not going to ask my mom. And unfortunately, in the villages, like, older people would hide such things. And you get to know when you are old that, by the way, my grandfather was shielding me from this when he did not want me to go visit that family, to go visit this, to go see my uncle. So, I was really misplaced. Sure. But when I finally found myself, I was happy. And luckily, my grandfather has always been the anchor of everything that I do.
Wow.
And I've never felt that I don't have a father, and he gave me everything that I needed. So all the teachings that he has given me, now when you are old, it makes sense that I was being strengthened for this. I was being prepared for this. Even in my career, like now the failures in my career, there are a lot. There are a lot of failures in my career.
Yeah, tell us about one of the failures in your career. But before we go there, I want to just reflect with you and ask, how would you guide families that are holding such information from their Akhonas who are 11 or 8 or 14? What's the best way to surface such information so that that child's life turns out better than what perhaps yours did in that moment?
To answer that, Nantogozo, I would say, one, it's very important that we choose the moment. We choose the timing as the parents, as to say when do we tell our kids?
When is the right time?
The right moment is when you start conversation, when you start conversing with your kids. I mean, when I was told at 10 years, I was already at a very good age to be told and understand the information. However, I was never given a platform to question.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
Remember, when you are having a conversation, it's a two-way stream. So when you tell me something, I will process it. When I finish processing it, then give me an opportunity to respond so that you understand how I feel about that.
Okay.
And be in a position to answer all the questions that I will have. Because kids, we need to listen to them more than we speak to them. Even if you tell me anything as a kid, I think the best way is that when kids are being told information that has a potential of shaping who they are or who they will become, let's also give them an opportunity to question. And then we must be ready to answer honestly. Doesn't matter how painful it is, but we must be in a position to answer those questions. Yes.
Other than your granddad, where else did you find safety?
I find safety with my sisters. They are my pillars of strength.
Yeah.
Yes, nice. I find safety with my sisters. Yeah. They are everything that I have. They everything that keeps me going every day. They are people that I pray with. They are people that I work for. There are people that motivate me, inspire me. I am all my sisters.
Beautiful.
I love
Beautiful.
It. Yeah.
All right, let's dig into your career failures recently, or wherever you are feeling comfortable to fetch a file, and share the failure and what it taught you about Akhona.
I'm going to sound a little bit controversial, Mandagozo.
Go there.
Right? But I want you, give me an opportunity to say that I will talk about two kinds of failure in my career. One, I will talk about my personal failure. That I will say, okay, now I have failed. I have failed because I have sabotaged myself. We'll come back to how. I will talk about a failure that the entire world will see. But this failure, it has nothing to do with me. Okay. It's something that I don't have control over. Okay. These are failures in my career. Okay. So if I am Akhona, I set a day, I set my standards, I set my goals, I set everything that I want for myself. I set my habits, I set where exactly I want to go and what I want to achieve. I want to wake up at 4 o'clock. I want to be at the gym by 5. I want to lose this much fat. I want to get into let's say I want to go to the AFCON. This is what I have control over. I have control of waking up in the morning. I have control of training. I have control of performing at the highest. This is me performing. I have control of analyzing myself, self-assessment, and then improve from there. I have control over this. Now, if ever I don't do all of these things that I said I will do, this is failure for me because I'm sabotaging everything that I said I will do. And then if I don't do it, this is the failure. You failed to get to the top because you could not respect and do what you said. You said this, Akhona, and then you did not do. This is failure to me. And I will deal with the consequences later to say, you need to take yourself serious. You need to commit to everything that you have done. Yes, you haven't done it now, but why you did not do it. I am very critical. I am somebody who really, I criticize myself more than what you see on social media. Really? What you see on social media for me is peanuts. But I criticize myself to say, you said you were going to be up at 4:30, but why were you not up? Right? Even though I'm going to be hard, but sometimes I need to be gentle and say, maybe I was tired. Right? I give myself that grace. Now let's go to the failure that the world will see, that I do not have control over. And I cannot beat myself about things that I don't have control over. I cannot say that I have failed when I have done everything that I had power, everything that I could have done to prepare myself for. I worked, I wake up in the morning, I lose the body fat, I perform at the highest, and then politics comes. I don't have control over this. favoritism comes. I don't have control over this. And therefore, when I don't get to be selected, I cannot say, Akhona, you have failed. I have not failed. I've done literally everything that I have done. This for me is not a failure. And the entire world, when they don't see you competing at the particular level, Nontogozo, you will see that Akhona, you were supposed to be refereeing the final of the AFCON and I don't do it. Right? I don't even appear on the top 3 or 4 match officials that are remaining in the tournament. And the entire South Africa would say she's pathetic, we know that. She's not good enough, we know that. She belongs in the kitchen, we know that. That is why they don't even select her at a CAF and the FIFA level. For me, all of those things, they just get into a raincoat and then they flow down. Simple because I know that I don't have control over this one. And therefore, I don't call it a failure because I don't have control over it. And if somebody is working more than you, harder than you, because we will work hard, very hard, but there's somebody who works harder or there's somebody who gets that opportunity than you. Again, that I don't call a failure. I only fail when I don't commit to what I said I will do. And again, when I don't do it, I still need to find out why I did not do it. And how am I going to do it next time? How am I going to make sure that I commit to things that I want to do and the things that I promised myself that I will do?
How do you deal with what is out of your control in terms of conversations you have with your peers? Because when you are not refereeing the final match of whichever that big global tournament is, I'm sure people are texting you and asking, but we thought you would be refereeing. We thought we were going to see you. How do you deal with those conversations?
So I like that question also because I get this a lot and people would put pressure or unnecessary pressure over your shoulders to say, why were you not at this competition? Why were you? I always say that, maybe, why are you not doing the derby? I will say that I'm still a baby in the game. I'm still learning. Why are you not at the AFCON now? I will tell you that it's not my time. When it's my time, I'll go there. All right? And also, I always try to encourage people to be open-minded about things, to take things as a feedback, to say, if ever we are only going to appoint 5 women in the AFCON, and then you happen not to be in the top 5 at that particular time, you need to know that you need to improve. You need to work on something. And I don't shy away from those things to say, if they need 5 and I'm not the 5, then it means that I need to work on myself and improve. I didn't make it this time, but I will make it next year. I'm still working hard. These are the things that I literally tell people. But also, I don't move around and lie and say that, no, they don't like me or I don't do those things. Right? Because whether they like you or not, when you are working hard, you will work hard. But unfortunately, we live in a world where they will not like you because you are this, right? And there are things that weigh you down, Nontogozo. Doesn't matter how hard you will work. There will be people that will be anti-Nontogozo. Doesn't matter what you do, right? Simple because you are something new. You are something that has never happened. I was telling Kiandra this morning that there are people in our lives that we respect so much. There are people in our lives that we look up to so very much that they will be maybe confused by the fact that we have never seen a referee that looks like Akhona. And there has never been a referee in South Africa, at CAF and in the world that looks like me. That is me. And one of my leaders, I think with all the sacrifices I've done in football, this is one of the things that Nontogozo almost made me stop football this year. She says to me, Akhona is a star. She likes attracting unnecessary attention to herself. Akhona thinks that everything revolves around her. She likes attention. She thinks she's a star. Maybe she must decide if she wants to be a star or she wants to be a referee. So if you are my mother, you say all those words, after all the sacrifices that I have made, it does not only kill me inside as a person, it takes away everything that I've worked for.
Yeah.
You are stripping my identity. You are stripping my faith, my strength, my power, my belief. And it's like a spit on my face because of the things that I had to let go. There's things that I have to sacrifice. I had to stop working on radio because I wanted to be a referee. I had to cancel my endorsement deals because I wanted to go to the World Cup. I had to stop posting and motivating kids about how great they can be if they discipline. And because I wanted to go to the World Cup, I had to stop posting and empowering and inspiring the kids of my village, my young girls, my young referees in South Africa, because every time I rock up, you see me at the sports awards and I post that on social media, it would be that Akhona wants to be a star. And you don't read the things that I post. You don't get to understand where I come from and why I'm doing this. And I'm giving hope to the young girls. But the only thing that you keep going around is that she wants to be a star, and maybe she needs to decide if she wants to be a referee or she wants to be a star. And with all the things that I've had in my entire existence in football and in my entire existence as a human being, I have never been struck like that. I have never been humiliated, stripped of an identity, being disrespected in front of other people. I have never cried in public. I am very strong. Even my sisters, they will see me cry. But that day I lost it. I could not train. I could not perform. I could not warm up. I could not do anything. And one of the fitness tests I ran that time, I failed the test like far and also because I did not have the strength, I did not have the power, I did not have anything. And if it was not for my psychologist, trust me, by now, they were going to say Akhona was a former referee.
Sure.
I promise you. Sure. I'm not talking about something that happened 16 years ago. I'm talking about something that happened this year.
This year.
So we are women that are like that.
Yeah. Sure.
It's okay. I have a strong team behind me.
I know. And I love that for you, that you have a strong team around you. Because a lot of us do face conversations like that are quite crippling emotionally, especially from people we love, we trust, we respect. And it gets you sometimes to just reassess the place you give those people in your heart. How did you get through it? What was the conversation with your psychologist? If you're okay to share in a way that helps someone else listening to this podcast to take those 3 things and apply them so that they can be here and give us more joy for the gift they give to us in life and in the world.
Yeah. So one of the critical things that before my psychologist is that, Nantogozo, I pray, right?
Yeah.
God is the center of everything that I do. Doesn't matter how hurt I am.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter how happy I am.
Yeah.
God is the center of everything.
Beautiful, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And I write how I feel.
You journal?
Yes.
Okay.
I tell the book how this made me feel. So before Anele comes, my psychologist, would be that now, and I like the fact that psychologists are people that can take out something, like who can also dig deeper than the surface that we see. So the conversation would be, maybe there is something wrong with me. Why, when I stand up, people will say, did you see Akhona stood up? Why is that when I paint my nails green, everybody would say, Akhona, had green nails. You understand this?
Yeah.
So my psychologist says to me, it has nothing to do with what you are going to do. It has everything with how people see you, and you don't have control again about this.
Yeah.
So when you walk in the room, even if you don't say anything, they will feel you. It's the energy that you will carry. Unfortunately, there are people who carry such energies, and nobody can explain why.
Yeah.
And you will have to live with such a thing.
Yeah.
But how does this make you feel? I feel like maybe, Anele, really, there is something that I'm doing wrong that makes people to think like this. And he said, no.
This is your psychologist,
Yes,
Anele, yeah.
he says, no, it has nothing to do with what you do.
Yeah.
Right? People would always, when they feel the energy, they immediately, if they cannot take a certain energy, if ever we see the power in Nontokozo, for us not to feel this power, let's crush the power so that we don't have to deal with it.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
By standing up, you did not do anything wrong. But now how it makes you feel when people are saying this about you, or when people say maybe it will go to the child probably that at a particular time did not have a father, or maybe a child that was playing on the street. That was some of the things that maybe you will go through would be the reason why they will crush you so much. It will be the fact that the minute this comes, it goes back to the child that has never healed.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Otherwise,
Sure.
that helped me a lot to have somebody like that can identify that probably the reason why people would make you feel that hit when they say certain things. Because come on, also being a star is nothing wrong. A star is something beautiful, right? But sometimes it's not what you say, it's how you say it.
How you say it, yeah.
But now I'm at an era where I don't care. I am a star and I decide to shine.
Yeah.
And I will tell you when I am going to shine.
Yeah.
Even if you say, Akhona is a star, I'm like, yeah, she is a star.
Yeah.
But from March, from February, up until around June-ish, I did not like this word. Even if you say a star, I would look at you and I'm like, is that me you are talking to? Right? Because it was not something nice. It has everything to do with you are self-centered. You are, you know. And the reason why I didn't like it is because I feel like it has like literally everything that I am not. I am very humble. I am very kind. I'm very loving, and I'm respectful. And I pride myself about this. I'm not going to shy away from it because I know who I am.
That's who you are,
but when you say something like this, it's like you were saying in football, like a brown envelope. You might take it as a joke, but for me, this is not a joke because you are attacking my integrity. But my integrity, you are taking it, and then it's like, the joke is covered in a beautiful Christmas gift. The cover looks good, but inside there's something rotten. I don't like such jokes.
Yeah.
So when you say things like that, I feel like you are taking who I am. You are taking what raised me. You are taking what I believe in. And you are taking everything that raised me. So it's like you are taking my grandfather because he is everything that I am now.
Yeah. How do you find confidence to respond? To the naysayers, to those who take your shine as a star and want to like walk all over it and dip it in mud. How do you find bravery to respond? If you respond at all.
One, I'm going to say, I believe in God and I read a lot, right? And I choose things that I listen, that I respond to.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
I choose when to respond. And negativity, I find a moment to teach and everything. And I take time to respond so that I believe that my tongue has the power to do everything.
Yeah.
And I don't want to curse people. And I don't want to destroy people with the power of my tongue. So I choose when to respond.
Yeah.
So if you are saying to me, she missed the penalty because she was on her periods, I breathe in a little bit. Because for me, being on my periods is not a curse. It's not. Right?
Yeah.
But when I have time, I will write back or I will respond to say, if you have an opinion about my performance in the game, you can just say that without mentioning 1, 2, 3.
Okay.
You are a leader in your community. There are people that are looking up at you. There are people that are going to be reading this. And probably you have a girl child or a boy child. You would like your son or your daughter to read things that really are bringing growth and hope and teaching to others. And then I'll say, we're not fighting. I'll respond to such things.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
And if ever you are saying, maybe what? She was very far from the penalty area and this is why she could not see the penalty. I read that. I breathe in. And I will say, thank you so much for the feedback. I'll work harder next time.
Okay.
You understand?
Yeah.
So I don't want to appear as somebody who is perfect. I don't want to appear as somebody who does not make mistakes.
Yeah.
But you're not going to disrespect me because I'm a woman.
Yeah.
You are not going to disrespect my decisions. And you think that my decisions or whatever that I do is being... I make decisions based on the fact that I'm a woman. I make decisions based on the fact that my hormones are all over the show. Now you are disrespecting me. You are disrespecting my mom. You are disrespecting my aunt. You are disrespecting everything that I believe in. And you are disrespecting my neighbor, everything that gives life.
Yeah.
So now this for me is the minute to teach. So this is what I do. And everything that I will say out of respect.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, unfortunately, if ever you are somebody in the spotlight, if you are somebody that people see, whether you like it or not, people will throw stones at you. And you need to be ready to be criticized. You need to be ready to... people will see you. Nantokoza, a Christmas star, everybody sees the star.
Yeah.
We might not see other ornaments, but the star at the top of the three, everybody will see it. Probably everybody will want to go for the star. Doesn't matter how.
Yeah.
But also how we are going to respond to such. It also shapes who we are, and also it shapes who we want to inspire.
Yeah.
So this is how sometimes I laugh at the things that people would say on social media because I'm like, okay, you don't know this, but I laugh about it. And if I feel like this is the moment to teach you about the laws of the games, I'm not going to respond to that because I'm a referee. I specialize in this, and you are just a fan. You don't specialize in it, and I'll just keep quiet.
How do you deal with gossip, Akhona?
Oh, I love this because I don't do those things. I don't go in such spaces. I like this because...
The gossipers will always exist somehow.
And I don't discuss I don't stay where growth is not being discussed. I don't stay in spaces where people are being discussed in a negative way. And one of my physical coaches from Botswana said to me the other day, why do you like to isolate yourself? I said, I'm not isolating myself, but it's just that you don't find me in the group where we have to discuss and we know about what decision is going to be taken, who is going to be where. You will not find me in those spaces. And again, I thank the background and how I was raised. My grandfather was a priest. And Tinake Kaya, you would not go to the friends and stay there and play there. No, we were never raised like that. And we were a lot at home. So my grandfather we never had friends. Even now, I don't have friends that would come and visit me when I go to the village. It will only be my cousins who would come and then I go visit them or the neighbors. So gossip, I've never been in the cycles of gossip when I was a child. I was never been in the groupies, even in high school, even in college. Even now, I don't. I don't want to hear who says what, politics. I don't want to hear that. I don't want to invest my energy in that. And you will not find me in those spaces.
Yeah.
So gossip, I don't even entertain it.
Beautiful.
I hear that so-and-so said that. And one of my good friends, she said to me, if you say something about Nontokozo, she is not here. And what you say about Nontokozo does not concern you. And what you are saying about her, you can never say when she is here. Immediately, you must know that you are gossiping. So those words, they help me. This is why I will never be in spaces of gossip. Sure. I don't even entertain that.
Yeah.
I don't listen to that. I would ask, Nontokozo, why are they comfortable saying all of these things?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah,
then
that's a good question to ask.
Why?
Yeah. Being the recipient of the gossip.
Well, like, why they trust you?
Your character. Why are you the place? Yeah.
No, I don't do those things.
Yeah.
I respectfully say things. If I want to say something to you, I'll say it. Right? With respect. And also, I'm not these people that say, no, I'm not scared of everyone. No, I'm not scared. No. I'm not scared of people, but being scared does not mean I'm disrespecting, because there's a thin line. People would say that, no, I say things as they are. And that time you are busy disrespecting people, right? And if I hear something and I feel like, no, this is not right, and I feel like I want to address it, I'll address it. Yeah. But if I hear something that so-and-so was saying this about me, this takes a lot of energy. I don't do those things.
Yeah.
I'm old for that.
Yeah. How do you deal with the politics of the game? We deal with corporate politics, we deal with family politics, we deal with politics of politics, and then there's politics of the game. How do you deal with that?
I think I must be honest. These are things that take the excitement away from what we do. They take excitement away from the hard work that we do. The integrity. They take away the excitement of getting up in the morning and chasing the gold. Because you know that there is a bare minimum that's just going to say, in the ring of the phone or whatever the thing is, and they'll be getting it. But again, do you have control over that? No. Do you want to spend your energy fighting politics? No. Can you have the power to stop the politics? No. What power do you have? Is that I improve myself every day. It doesn't matter what you do. Yeah. Even if you feel like
you want to break someone.
You understand? You need to breathe. Because at the end of the day, you don't have control of politics.
Yeah.
You don't have control of favoritism. You don't have control of who sits in the boardroom and decide whatever they want to decide. But you have control of improving yourself every day and celebrating yourself every little step that you take. Because when you are going to spend a lot of time fighting politics, you are going to find yourself on the side of the pitch, because you will not invest enough time sharpening your craft and preparing yourself when the opportunity comes, you are ready to perform. You are ready to showcase yourself. You will not have that time, because you will be using all the energy trying to fight, trying to prove, trying to explain to people that, no, so-and-so, they like her, so-and-so. No. Work on yourself every day. Then when that opportunity comes, the world will see that this girl was working. This guy really was preparing themselves for when the opportunity comes. So in as much as it's really taxing, but at the end of the day, if you still want to stay longer in the system, focus and invest your energy on the things that you have control over.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you will find yourself on the sideline.
Yeah. Do you believe in luck?
I am somebody who doesn't believe in those things. luck, unfortunately, I believe it. I believe that very early, that anything that I want, I have to work for it. And I somehow feel like I made this myself, because I had always believed that whatever that I want to achieve, I must work for it. So even if I can play lotto, I believe that I will not win it. Because I promise you, I'm not somebody who's like, no, she was lucky.
Yeah.
No.
But I mean, there are days where just, you know, like just a game gone wrong. Today it just rained. Of all the days, the day that Akhona is on the pitch, the heavens decided to pour, and then expressions like, you just were unlucky. When does that apply in your experience and your profession?
So let's talk about luck.
Yes, let's.
I don't want to believe that for me it's luck, because I live my life according to football, right? So if I get the decision right, it's not by luck. It's because I was reading and I was anticipating, and I was in a better position to see between the players, then evaluate the kind of foul, the contact, and I can couple all of this with the sanction. Right?
Yeah.
If ever this does not happen, it means that, chance, we were not communicating in this game. Chance, we lost focus. I would not say, no, we were lucky because we got the penalty. No. For me, it doesn't happen like that. And I don't believe in it. And I believe that I get things because there's a right time. I get things because God now has decided that, Akhona, this is your time. Yeah. And I win because I can trace my progress and say, you've worked like this, you've worked like this. No, but you deserve this accolade. You deserve this recognition, right? I don't remember a time where I felt like, but this, I don't deserve it. I think this is.
You were just lucky.
No. Okay. I don't believe in those things. I believe that I work and I get it. I don't get it because somebody better or was performing better than me. I did not get it because I just didn't work so hard around this. Yeah. And it's painful. Sometimes it hurt that you need to be honest with yourself. But Lakna.
Yeah. How do you deal with players who refuse to take your decision? Where you make a call and they just gang up and refuse to respect the call you've made. How do you deal with that moment?
At the end of the day, you're not going to change my call, right? So if I blow a foul, it's a foul. And I move out of the space. So there are two things. It's either you are disrespecting me or you are disrespecting football. And unfortunately, if you are disrespecting me and you are disrespecting the game, I have two cards that I have to use against you, right? So I'll give you a yellow card or a red card. But at the end of the day, I need to be very firm to say, mister, I said you need to move there. And that's it. And it's not also being pushy, disrespectful to players, right? It's people always say that, no, she wants to prove herself. No, she wants to be felt. Yes, I'm a referee, feel me. Right? Yes, I'm a manager. You must feel me. Yes, you are going to feel me. But it's just that I'm going to use different kinds of leadership styles during the game. This is what you need to understand. I'm not going to be continuously high up there. I'm going to come at your level and I'm going to address you. But if you are coming like a lion to me, I will come like a lion as well. But one of us must live there as a cat. Right? So I am not the one who's going to be a cat because I'm a leader. And also, my job is not to intimidate you so that you don't perform. You understand? But my job is to make sure that this game plays in a fair manner. Right? And this game works better for everyone. It has nothing to do with me at the end of the day. I'm a referee. I am here to make sure I facilitate the game, that the game plays in a fair manner. But what now you are doing is showing lack of respect for the game. And therefore, I need to use the law. Number 7, I say move. I say move. So when you are not moving, it means now you are persistently disrespecting me. Then I will deal with that. And unfortunately, it's about that. And when you are going to deal with different people, there are styles that you are going to use as a leader, right?
Of course, yeah.
And they profile their teams, their opponents. We profile all of them because I know that I'm dealing with who, and I know how to approach them, and I know what's going to work for the game, right? And what's going to work for my game and my personality, and what's going to work for this particular assignment, and how I'm going to deal with you and the other person is completely going to be different. So if you are being disrespectful, we have the cards. But at the end of the day, I take the final call and I make the decision. And when I blow the whistle, you're going to stop and you're going to start.
Yeah. Do you ever run into a pitch refereeing teams that are almost in a way so up there that there's a level of, I cannot believe that Mna Akhona is refereeing this game? Where, I mean, with global teams, it's I don't know, let me make it up, Spain versus Brazil. And you're like, geez, I am refereeing this game. And how does it feel when that moment comes?
Also, I think on the last point that you made, I think it's very important to tell you that I apologize to players when I make a mistake.
Yeah.
I do that.
Yeah.
If I miss something and I did not see it, I tell them, I'm sorry, I was not in a better angle.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
It shows that you also
You're
have
human.
to respect them. Yeah. So on the note, I would not say teams rather, but I would say level of competition. Because also sometimes the history of the clubs can also really feel like I cannot get it wrong. Yeah. I'll start with Germany and South Korea at the under-20 World Cup in Costa Rica.
In Costa Rica, yeah.
Such an emotional game. And because this was my first game in the World Cup, even though it was a junior World Cup, and I've always worked hard to be at the World Cup.
There,
and I'm like, this is the moment that I've always been praying for.
I get goosebumps thinking about that. Yeah.
And when I get such moments, I call my mom. And my mother is not there now. It's 3 years after my mom. It's 2 years after my mom has passed on.
Yeah.
And I feel like I need to give her a call before I leave my room. So before I leave my room, I pray. And now this is the moment where I call my mom and say, Fazi, can we pray together now?
Yeah.
Then I realize, Ghanaian, I don't have a mom. And then I call my aunt, her sister, and I tell her that, so this is the day I've been waiting for. And my mom is no more. Now you are my mom. Then you have to pray for me. You have to pray with me. And then at that moment, I'm like soaked in tears. I'm crying, you know. And then she prays, and then I finish. I walk off. And woo! Can I drink some water?
Yes, do drink water.
The referee doesn't cry.
But
so
Akhona, who is mom's daughter, can cry.
Yeah. And our referee manager, Carrie, I think she knew that this is Akhona's minute. Akhona, when I leave my room, I find the guard of referees, the guard of honor of referees to send us to the field.
Yeah.
And we pass with my team.
Yeah.
And she gives me a hug. She's my referee manager from the US at the time. She says, Akhona, this is the moment.
Yeah.
Oh,
gosh.
Can you imagine this? And you are scared of this woman and you've always believed that she doesn't like you. You know those things where you feel like the referee manager doesn't like me or the boss doesn't like me. But at the time where it matters the most, she gives me a hug. And she's like, this is the moment. Yeah. And then a crazy moment where I was in France. I did Argentina, Panama City.
Yeah.
Oh my Lord.
Yeah.
I cannot get it wrong. I cannot get it wrong. And these guys, under 20s, they are just kicking fast.
Sure.
language barrier. And this time I am fighting to make it to the final list of the World Cup, Australia and New Zealand 2023. And I'm fighting with these guys. I'm like, I'm taking everything from the tank to say, you know what? You are not going to intimidate me. These are bars. And the performance there, I could feel that, you know what? This is the hardest game I've ever had in my entire career. And I come back home, and that game was difficult. And the feedback was not good also because this is a FIFA tournament, right? And the feedback is not good from the coaches and everything, but I don't want to lie. From there, I left the pitch feeling like, Akhona, you've conquered the world. If you can finish the game of this caliber. And lastly, the recent Carling Cup final, it was also a moment where you feel like this is not a gift. You've worked for it. The games building up to this cup, to this final, you've given your best performance. But now you are carrying so much on your shoulders that there's going to be a first female referee that is going to blow a whistle in South Africa for a cup final. Now the pressure is that you can't mess it up for other women. Because if I mess it up, they close the door for all of us. Right? And the minute you don't want to make a mistake, it's like, this is when you're going to make a mistake.
Yeah, I know. It's like you're attracting
you're attracted.
Yeah.
And like, I don't know why.
Yeah.
So on the first minute of the game, I'm like, Akhona, can you focus? I hit myself. Like, yeah, I point this side. No, Akhona, it's not going this side. It's going this. I'm like, can you focus, Akhona? You know those things where you feel like, when you blow, there's like, yeah, you see fuzz. Our fuzz. We told them that they're not supposed to be here. But I keep saying, you can do it. This is what you've been working for. Akhona, run, positioning, reading, foul identification. You are ready for this. This is just another game like any other guys and like any other games that you've blown. This is a final, yes. But focus, Akhona. I talk to myself in the field. Focus. No, you need to move to the left. Positioning. Fight for angle. You know? So it's those games to say, whatever that I do, it has nothing to do with me. It has everything to do with, are we going to trust women again? Are we going to give them opportunities again? Will they be ready when we give them those opportunities? And again, I'm thinking about a girl that is sitting in Tanzania, maybe somewhere, who says, I want to be a referee. And then when they look at me, they feel like, if Akhona can referee a final of the Carling Cup, I think we can also do it. And also, to say that to yourself, celebrate, Akhona. Celebrate yourself, because you've really worked hard for this, you know. And also take a moment and say, I appreciate the fact that when the association and the league sees your efforts, they give you an opportunity. And when you are being given an opportunity, you must be ready. And also give some sort of appreciation for the team of referees that you will be working with, that will still respect you as a referee, not as a woman. Right?
Sure.
And also the team of match of the two teams that we will referee with, or the clubs that we'll be refereeing for, that will still give you respect with all the imperfections, because as referees, we are always not perfect. But I got a level of respect that I was given by the players, by the teams, by the coaches on that day. And this is not because, again, I'm a woman. It's because I'm a referee. And they know that I'm not perfect. And the world, or South Africa, or the spectators still think that you wanted this team to lose. You wanted this team to lose. No. I wanted to perform. I wanted to perform at the best, because FIFA will get the recording of the game. CAF is watching that game. My commissioner sitting out there is waiting to give me a score. So do I want to make another team lose? For what?
Never.
I don't care about that.
Oh.
And you know, when the coaches respect you,
Yeah.
they know that you've made an error, but they still give you respect. Players, they know that at some point you had made an error, but they still give that respect. And by the way, I also respect them very well.
Yeah.
So it's those things to say, it's big games, but I am the image of the game. I carry the image of the game. I carry the image of refereeing. I have to make the game look good.
Yeah.
I have to protect what I want.
On that note, it's a wrap.
Thank you
Cheers
so
to
much.
failure
Cheers
with
to failure.
Akhona.